There is the CS FCPA John Badi.
Expert.
Sorry, please, I'm very sorry.
Yes, expert FCPA John Badi, CS Treasury.
Thank you, please. You see that one? Tax bill rebellion is what is on the front page. The battle over the Finance Bill 2026 has escalated into a fierce political showdown after MPs mounted a rare revolt against key National Treasury proposals, deleting, diluting and rewriting measures expected to raise an additional 120 billion shillings. While the government insists there are no new punitive taxes, critics accuse it of bearing higher costs in technical tax provisions and pushing the bill through Parliament without adequate scrutiny. Really, the pushback reflects growing anxiety within political circles over the risk of reigniting public anger reminiscent of the 2024 Gen Z protests. Okay.
Clear throat.
You know what?
Yes.
I pray that this is actually members of Parliament doing what they're supposed to do legislatively.
True.
And not using this as a political tool. Whereas you cannot completely divorce the two, it would be nice if one was in front of the other.
Yes.
Whereby you're actually looking at the thing with scrutiny, you've read the thing back to back, and you say, you know what? No, certain things cannot be, or let's keep this, or let's, give the thing a haircut here and there. However, if this is because let me show you that I can tank this thing because we're on opposing political sides, then maybe not.
There's an interesting comment that a member of Parliament made in the House yesterday, that there is a specific provision that was there in 2024. The Finance Bill 2024 was removed in 2025 and it is back in 2026. When you just read that statement, then you go back to 2024, the very same member of Parliament voted yes back then. So then, why didn't they do due diligence then? That today is when you see these things. Yeah.
Says a lot. It does. Quite a lot. And that's just on page 1. All right. Major promotion reforms to see high-ranking classroom teachers. Okay. Okay. Teachers promotion overhaul, 11 current job groups, 9 proposed job groups, 2017 career progression guidelines under review, teacher 9 proposed entry-level rank, teacher 1 proposed highest rank. What will change? Well, classroom teachers now can rise through the ranks without moving into administration. They can attain the same grades and salary scales as administrators. Promotions, academic qualifications to be considered again, including master's degrees, PhD degrees. And the grading system is the current structure, B5 to D5. Proposed structure is now teacher 9 to teacher 1. So there were grading scales in the alphabet, but now they're saying let's go from to numericals now. So that's what they're looking for. It will be very interesting because usually when promotions were had, they became administrative roles. But can you still get the promotion and remain in the classroom teaching? Okay, so let's see what comes out of that because it's been a long time coming. Let's see. KSG is the Kenya School of Government, and industrialist Manu Chandaria have signed an agreement to establish an institution in the honor of the late ODM leader Raila Odinga. That's a piece of news there. These people who do marriage, then they now say that they're not doing again. The judge has now said, excuse me, it is not death. It is not till death do you part. But is that not what we say when we are married? We say in sickness and in health, in rich and those ones, till death do us part. Till
you marry Joe.
Where? You will not persecute me today. Already, my nerves are on tenterhooks. So the story is... Justice Rosalind Abori yesterday used the Bible and the Constitution to dash a man's hope to keep his estranged wife. Anakusumbua utakana The judge leaned on Malachi 2:16. Do you know what Malachi 2:16 says? Observing that even the Bible recognized married persons can part ways, but indicated that God hates it. Sasa bibi anakuletea shida, unataka kumfukuza? Hapana. Sasa mimi kama, what is judge in Kiswahili? Judge. The judge said that although the Catholics view marriage as an indissoluble sacrament, the reality is that the Constitution provides freedom to either walk away or stay. She said the language of the Constitution only provides for a right to marry, but not a right to bind a person in marriage. Heart and mind are not identical. Spirit is not always the thought. The Marriage Act 2014 does not govern the state of spirituality or religious beliefs, she said, adding that it would be unfair to lock an unwilling person in a marriage that he or she does not want to be in. At the same time, she said, the Marriage Act 2014 is not written in mandatory terms, meaning that one could decide to stay or walk away from a marriage by filing for a divorce. She said, although there is a right to religion, the law does not allow religious beliefs to be entrenched in the civil law. Sasa vile umevao, and you said death to us, but she's saying nah, si lazima. Kama nataka kwenda wacha aende.
Na hiyo ni maendeleo.
Yeah, some interesting stuff coming out of the courts. That's for sure. Just yesterday, another story that we saw where you're living with your wife and your mother, and then you're complaining that your wife is complaining.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Go and build her a house or rent her a house.
Mother there.
Wife there. You, if you want to be shut, you said you cannot leave your mother. Why did you get married?
Decide to go where you want to be, but wife there, mother there.
Gachagwa's son.
Yes.
20-year sentence upheld by the court. We saw that coming out of the courts as well yesterday. And I'm just going to go over that really quickly because it already has political undertones. Ruto fiscal plan faces acid test as MPs poke holes in tax proposals. That, of course, is the explainer from the story on the headline. Finance bill fireworks, opposition government MPs clash over taxes. This is what I was talking about. Sifuna now kicked out of the team chaired by Oburu. Isn't it interesting? The Energy Committee is chaired by Senator Oburu Oginga. The ODM Secretary General so far is Edwin Sifuna. He's in the Energy Committee. The leader of the majority in Senate is Aaron Cheriot. He was on the floor of the House yesterday and said with some changes, we're moving things around. Sifuna where? Out. Who in? Kajwang. Who's still the chair of the committee?
Oburu.
When is the last time Oburu was in Senate?
I can't remember. Okay. But tunataka
Blue Band. Oh, power. Walk the talk to save our oceans, leaders advise governments. Oh, no. He was in Senate last week when he was saying, Atuna pesa kulipa 50 million Gachagua. We are poor.
We are poor.
Yeah, he said we are poor.
Atuna pesa.
He said the Senate is poor. Me, I'm not poor. Walk the talk to save our oceans, leaders advise governments. Okay, and there's a picture of people walking. I just thought that's interesting. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki walking with mining CS Hassan Joho and Mombasa Governor Abdul Swamad Nasir during the official opening of the 11th Our Ocean Conference in Mombasa yesterday. Kenya stares at acute food crisis as severe drought hits the grain basket. Oh, Lolo, God, I beg now. Give Kenya a break. So there have been floods. It's been flooding. There are parts of the country. Did you see the streets of Lamu?
Yeah.
People are basically swimming in the streets. That's on one side of things, and it's very near the ocean. Of course, what do they tell us? That with continued climate change, places like Lamu will be underwater in a very short period of time, looking at like 50 years. That's a short time. Kenya stares at acute food crisis. The grain basket, we're looking at the area going western northerly direction.
Yep.
And it's a big story here. It's done by Stephen Ruto and Osinde Obare, talking about the fact that their fertilizer shortages and high operating costs, they have worsened the situation that drought is going to apply.
You know what that means? If you are a farmer and you have to prioritize, so I need to buy fertilizer that is already expensive, the input is expensive, so you will scale down on the acreage that you're doing because also cost of fuel has gone high. So if you're doing 10 acres, because it's expensive, you will do say 5, cut it into half. That
your output is going to be lower. So now people saying, why is Kenya importing importing the food that you're going to eat? Do you understand? We're not importing things that you're going to sell then add value, whatever. Importing food that people are going to eat, maize, sugar, whatever. That's why, because you don't have enough to feed.
Yes.
Who was it that was here the other day talking to us about the same thing? So this is a big story here, and that these are the interventions that will be needed today. EACC concerns over increased sophisticated digital graft. Hey, God, I beg. So EACC sounding the alarm. David Oginde, chair, senior. The anti-corruption watchdog has raised concerns over increased digital corruption as the new emerging graft trend gobbling billions of taxpayers' money. Inside this Kenya. All right.